point, can you tell us what are some of the dangers, of all these manifestations? Does the negative effect of this manifestation on society generally, or educational system generally?
Yes, like the saying goes, it is garbage in, garbage out. We have some very good students
Okay.
who know why they are in school. And so when you employ those students, you won't have any regrets. But then, those ones that are exhibiting nonchalant attitudes, of course, they are not employable. When you get to meet such, they won't even apply in the first place. Those are the people that will finish and just go and look for a shop and start running a boutique or restaurant or stuff like that.
Okay.
Yes.
So one, their laziness.
Okay,
You know,
students' laziness.
yeah.
Good.
As a part, we students we don't like studying. Like studying is a very complicated something.
Why is it like that? Because you're in the university to study. Is it
Yeah.
supposed to be complicated?
Because studying is not really it's not really that enjoyable. You have to force yourself to do it.
Why is it not enjoyable, please?
Because it's kind of when you do other things like for instance when you go clubbing party and the rest, it's not like it's different from when you are studying. If you want to study, you make it to be determined to study and
Okay.
you
So,
must discipline yourself, set a
So,
particular time and a particular
okay.
timetable.
are you not trying to say that many students in the university today, they are not even supposed to have any business with the university?
Yes, because most students they feel like me coming to the university to come and flex, party, I should be free from my parents and the rest. They don't have that mindset of coming here to study. And
Okay, so you are talking about orientation now. That something there's a disconnect. Many
Yes.
students don't know why they are
don't
in the
know why they
university.
are in university.
They just come into the university and they just see themselves,
Yes.
seeing themselves as free birds. They can
Yes.
do anything they want to do.
Yes,
That's what you are talking about.
Yes.
So is that the reason for the carryover?
Yes, when you come to a place and you don't know the purpose why you are there is no how something good to come out from it.
Fantastic.
And most of why they feel like I have a carryover, what's my business with me having a carryover and the rest, it's not my problem. Because they don't have a purpose. When you have a purpose that me I'm coming to this school to achieve a degree of something, I want to make first class, second class or something. You will not just come here and feel relaxed when you have a carryover or something.
Okay, now going forward now, do you think there is hope? That's looking at what is happening, playing out right now. For crying out loud, the statistics is just not so good. That for every 10 students, you have about 7 having carryover issues. This does not spare well for the future. So do you think there is solution to all this? And I also want to know if your university, as in the practical steps your university is taking to curb this problem, this challenge, to combat, to fight it.
As an individual,
Yes.
when I go to class, I do not just spend the 2-3 hours lecturing alone. I also take out time to counsel the students, share my experiences with them, give them some useful hints on how to succeed and be
Okay.
successful. I have this very interesting experience when I was an undergraduate. I studied in this same university for
Wow.
3 years.
Wow. That's
And
great.
so I took my electives in the Department of Mass Communication. Then they were still under the Faculty of Arts. And I didn't like the way things played out. And so the following session, I told myself I'm not going to that department again. So I went to the head of department, English and Literary Studies. Professor Gigi Jara was the head of department there.
Okay.
He may not remember me because I was very tiny then. So I met him and I said, "Sir, I'm coming to your department to take electives. Please, is there any possibility of having missing score? Or just promise me that you're going to send my scores to my department." And he gave me that assurance. I took another bold step. I went to the lecturers that I want to take your some courses that you're lecturing. The lecturer told me something. He said, "You are coming from another department. These courses you want to register, advanced centers 1 and 2, first and second semester, that are students, that the English students come on extension because of that course. That is, they fail it in 2, 3, 400 level and they come back to write it. That, how am I going to cope?" And another disadvantage, you didn't take the introductory parts in 100 level. There's introduction to syntax 1 and 2,
Yes.
which I didn't take. that had been sent to cover. I said, sir, don't worry, I'm going to take these courses. What did I do? I went to the class, asked questions. Who are those doing well in this course? And they showed me one boy. I went to him and told him, look at where I'm coming from. When you're coming to class tomorrow, please come with your 100 level notes. I photocopied his notes and read them. After reading first semester, second semester, 100 level syntax, I told myself I'm now on the same page with these students. So I asked him a place I have any difficulty, I asked him for explanations, which he offered. And then he was supposed to be the best in that class. But my coming in changed that story.
Wow.
Yes, when we wrote the first test, he got 16 over 20. And that was supposed to be the highest.
Oh.
But I got 18 over 20. That was some practical step I took to ensure that I succeed. And so I share all of these experiences with them. These and many more. So if other lecturers, I'm sure they also do that. They share their success story. And when we are narrating things like this in class, telling them how to succeed, most of them are not there to listen.
Oh.
So the few of them that are available to hear our stories, to listen to us, they do well. So they are not all bad. We still have very good students.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Languages and linguistics.
What level?
400 level.
400. Okay, final year. Fantastic. Now, we are talking on this issue of high rate of carryover on campus today. What do you think is the reason for it? Are lecturers to blame, students to blame, or who do you think is responsible, or what do you think is responsible for this?
At what point of view, I guess both parties are to blame.
Okay.
In the aspect of lecturers, some lecturers.
Please be a little audible, okay?
In the aspect of the lecturers, some lecturers don't teach.
Okay.
Like they don't lecture properly. Like
Okay.
they just come drop this and they don't explain. They don't expect this. Although we are expected to read, but understanding is something you acquire from somebody that knows it all.
Okay.
Stuff like that. And students are to be blamed too, because some are not focused, some don't attend classes,
Okay.
some are just careless about their education and everything.
Okay.
So they are to be blamed as well.
Wow. That's great. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Okay.
Bye for now. I think that's the hope we have in this regard. At this point in time, for those who are just joining us, we are still discussing on the issue, the high rate of carryover in our universities, courses, and way forward. And we have on set the person of Dr. S. Ogene Ale, who has been discussing this with us, sharing her thoughts on the issue. Now, you can drop your comments on the comment box, use the comment box. Your opinions, your suggestions will make so much sense to us in trying to get to solution in this regard. So finally, Ma, what advice do you have for students who are watching this program out there? Because we have a lot of students who watch our programs, okay? What advice do you have for them and to parents as well and to government?
Okay.
Yes.
So for my advice to parents, do not rush your children through school. Allow them to go through the different stages. This ongoing WAEC.
Yes.
I have a daughter in SS2. I registered her for SS3 exam. I just wanted her to give it a try. But when I told the principal of her school, the principal said they don't allow it. That is either the child sits for the exam,
Yes.
or if the child should sit for the exam, the child should not bother coming back to the school.
Okay.
I should choose between the child leaving the school from SS2 or allowing the child to finish her school. As we talk now, my N25K is missing. I have to let go.
Wow.
Just to allow my daughter finish her school. When she gets to SS3, I will enroll her again. So there's no point rushing these children. And then when they come here, they are confused. No. Then try to provide for your children. The financial need of these students needs to be met by the parents. It is your responsibility to do that, so that they can concentrate when they are in school.
Emma, sorry, please. I'm not trying to cut you, but there's this disturbing story we also hear on campus that even some students are even the ones taking care of their parents. How truthful is that? Have you heard that before? That they send money to their parents how can a student who is supposed to be studying be sending money to the parents? Have you heard anything like that?
No, not really. I've not
Okay.
heard anything like that.
Okay. So to
But
the government,
it is possible.
all right. So to the government, your advice, man.
Yes.
Government and the
They should create job for these
Okay,
youths.
okay.
And then to the students, be available, be in classes. Because when you're there, you get to hear things that will help you do better in your studies.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you very much for this wonderful time out. We
Let
really
me
appreciate
quickly
it. You want to say something
add
more?
something.
Okay.
Those courses I took in the Department of English,
Yes.
both first and second semester, I made A's.
Wow.
Yes.
That's good. That's great. That's great. So
You
it's-
can do it too.
Yeah, so it's been an awesome time, in this time out with Marcos Ikure. I know you've been enjoying this. Kindly subscribe to our channel and encourage your friends to always do so. Thank you very much. We are not stopping it here. We hope to go into the field to get more, opinions on this subject matter. So because we're interested in the solution, okay? We can't continue to go this way. We are going. Education is the foundation, is the hallmark of every nation, development for every nation, and we must take it very seriously. Now, the youth we often describe as the future leaders can never give us good future if we are not concerned about quality education for them. So, like she rightly said, government has a part to play, the parents, they have their own part to play, and of course, even the churches, the society generally, we have our own roles to play, and even the university system, they have their own role to also play in creating or in the making of a total graduate, sound graduate in our academic, environments. Thank you very much. Keep watching our programs and keep flying. Then stay on top. Bye for now.
Bye.